Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. We go from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Chubb running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
A give running right is Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over in his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Mayfield.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's only 4, and it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Yeah, that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mayfield off the play fake. He finds his man, complete. That's Hudson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 6 from the 10.
They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his right.
Over to Hooper on the sideline.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Play fake. Winston. He'll buy some time right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston buying time to his left.
They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line.
That's good for LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Greg Newsome up to make the stop. 2nd and 10.
14-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Winston sliding out of the pocket. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 30. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on on 3rd and 9. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll go again here with Akers.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
49 yards on the ground for him so far.
At the 42-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run it again with Chubb. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. With the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
Well, not many teams use the fullback in the passing game. Heck, not many teams use a fullback anymore in the NFL. And even with those that do, you don't typically see a lot of big plays when the ball is thrown to him. In this case, it exceeded expectations.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And now Mayfield on the bootleg.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Doesn't play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on second and long. Winston.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Winston. Finds a seam inside the 40.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, Akers. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Going right back to Akers.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 27. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, here's a run by Akers.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Rams might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big play that time for Cleveland. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 14-yard line.
Mayfield now. They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And probably the wise decision there. No one open, he just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. run for it. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Rams 24, Browns 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
On the counter, this is Akers.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
180 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, Akers. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
26-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Mayfield.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. Now the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now a give. Akers running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ronnie Harrison that time able to make the tackle.
Second and 10 at the 30.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for L.A., it's hallelujah time as they finally get that first win after 13 losses.